Hey there, you might not remember me, but we've already met. You know, my life's become so boring recently. All I do is sit at home. Nobody needs a mascot anymore. So I decided to have some tea and a chat with you. What tea do you prefer? Huh? Is that... Oh, I think I've come up with a much more interesting thing to do. If you don't recognize this, it's a portal controller I found some time ago. Shall we? Here I am in the middle of nowhere. Where is everyone? This place looks so deserted. Hello? Anybody there? Looks like no one's living here any longer. Let's take a look at that building over there. I really don't want to touch this door, but how else do I find out what's happened? Oh my, there's dust everywhere. People have clearly abandoned this place long ago. Hey, what's this? A letter? Let me see. To whoever reads this, these are my last words before I'm gone. Before we all are. The day has finally come. They're gathering everyone in the city center for evacuation. We're going to leave Earth and settle on a huge spaceship. It'll take us to a distant planet somewhere in the Andromeda Galaxy. They say it's not safe here anymore. I'm scared, but hopeful. Perhaps we'll find a new home there. If you're reading this, you're probably late for the ship. Please light the beacon I've left in the drawer. They'll come for you too, I promise. Wish you all the best. Wow, the beacon, they said? Here it is. Don't mind if I do. Nothing's happening. Broken, perhaps. No, wait. What's that noise? It's a spacecraft?
We've seen your signal. Come out with your hands up and no harm will come to you.
Oh, jeez. I better go now. And what in the world is going on here? Why is that guy running from the cops? And what's that guy doing on the roof? Is he jumping? No, wait, don't do that. Huh? He just sprung off the ground and run away.
Hydra!
And that little girl is toting something very dangerous looking, and it's way too heavy for her to lift so easily. Oh no, that car's going to hit her. But no, she just pointed the muzzle of that huge thing under her feet and flew away on the blast. I think I'm losing my mind right now. Hey, will you please be more careful? I'm standing here, you know? Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. You know, I don't like it here anyway, so I'll just... Bye. Okay, this place looks much more civilized. Although it's kind of weird. That huge rock wall over there seems inhabited by real big birds, and they're wearing business suits. Huh? Okay, am I standing on your home? I'm so terribly sorry. Let me repair it. Okay, good as new. Excuse me for asking, but are you guys meerkats? Yeah, thought so. Why is the ground shaking? Uh-oh. Wait, those are buffalo. And they're all wearing t-shirts and caps. And they're chasing a human on a motorbike? It's the human run. Centuries-old tradition. Oh, I didn't hear you approaching. Of course you didn't. I'm a cat after all. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, you were saying? It's a traditional race between buffalo and humans. After it, they'll all celebrate together. But right now, I advise you to get out of their path. You don't need to ask me twice. Thanks, and bye. My eyes, it's so bright here. Oh, okay, I can see a bit now. Everything's in yellow and just a bit of black. Hey, that's me over there. And there too. I'm everywhere. Well, not exactly me, but that's clearly my symbol. I think I know where I am. Let's go explore that airplane-shaped building. It's too dark here. Huh? Where's the door? It's just been here. Oh, I'm trapped. Help! Oh, 3 doors have appeared instead. Let's check them out. Ow! This one's too hot to the touch. And the second one is covered with hoarfrost. It must be really cold behind it. What about the third? Ow! I didn't even touch it, but the spark hit me already. I guess I'll have to choose one to leave safely. Is that a timer ticking? Why is everything suddenly turning gray? Hey, wait, 10 seconds isn't enough? What do I do? Aha, gotcha. There's the pause button. Whew, now I got time. Ooh, this jacket looks warm enough to get me through the second door. Still cold though. And guys, why are you kneeling? Are these your gifts? To me? Hey, you know, it's cool and all, but I'd rather go. And you remember, always stay on the bright side of life. Whoa, would you look at that? This city seems to be built as tall as it is wide. Hey, there's a flying taxi. And that guy looks exactly like Corbin Dallas. All right, I want to look at it from above. Hey, give me a lift, will you? Thanks, my man. To the top level, please. Yikes, that was fast. Here you go. Keep the change. What a view. So, this is a city of the future then. Metal and glass towers, air highways. Looks wonderful to me. Oh, look, it's that same taxi again. But now, there are 3 unfriendly-looking fellas filing out of it. And there's nobody here but me. Uh-oh, I must have done something wrong. Sorry, guys, I'd love to stay longer, but I have business elsewhere. Now, this world looks similar, but somehow different at the same time. What does that say? Planet Express? Ah, I know who I'm going to meet here. Let's go. We might just see the whole team. Or not. The starship is leaving the dock. Some parcel to deliver, no doubt. Ah, well. Anyway, there are plenty of other worlds to visit. Am I back on the original Earth? Whoa, look up in the sky. It's a bird. No, it's a plane. It's a whole lot of flying people. Ouch, now that was some gust of wind. Wait, was that a person too? It seems this world is full of real-life superheroes. Let's have a look at where they're all headed. No, I better not get any closer. There's something crazy going on up ahead. Ow! That blast nearly took my bulb off. Hey, who are you? Where are you taking me? I'm afraid of heights. So, you gonna leave me on the roof like that and just fly off? Okay, I guess this superhero isn't a talkative type. Well, whatever. This place looks very familiar. I think Oh goodness, this can't be. But it is. Look at that banner. I don't recognize the face or name, but that guy is definitely of my time. This is my home world, and even the street where I was born. Everything here's changed, though. I can barely recognize this place. Oh, jeez. That's my parents' house. I'll just take a sneak peek. No, it isn't them. I don't know these bulbs. I guess too much time has passed since I was taken. Sorry, I can't bear it any longer. Let's move on. Hey, light bulbs can't swim, but we can float. All right. Why is there water all around here anyway? Wow, just below me is a whole city, all built underwater, and there are people swimming around. Oh, just look at that seahorse carriage. Oh, hey, buddy. Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. I heard dolphins were smart, but probably not enough to understand speech. Ow! What was that for? Are these your friends? Hey, Belle, I'm not looking for trouble, okay? I'm just visiting. No, don't touch this thing. It'll transport me to another parallel world. Great. It somehow took me back to Earth. Well, I guess it's enough dimension traveling for one day. Why are all these worlds so hostile anyways? So, As far as I can remember, I wanted some tea. Here's to you, Brightsider.
Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu. Kung Fu Panda. 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 Kung Fu Half. Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. Bridge. Hi everybody! Hi everybody! I'm in the big leagues! I'm in the little leagues! I'm in the big leagues! I'm in the little leagues!
Have you ever wanted to take a dive into the deepest parts of the ocean? Well, today, you're going to have this opportunity. Now, how good are you at holding your breath? Not that good? Well, not to worry. Hop aboard my submersible craft and join me in the voyage to the depths. Ready? Let's dive. Right now, just below the surface, you see that life is thriving here. Fish and marine animals abound, and hey there, swimmers are waving at us. But we won't be staying here for long. Bye-bye. At 65 feet, there's a whole new world opening before your eyes. Shallow coral reefs are standing beautifully not far from the shore. And hey, there are people here again. It's scuba divers this time, though. Water pressure isn't kind to divers without special equipment. 130 is where we say goodbye, even to recreational scuba divers. It's the maximum allowed for them. Take care, guys. 200 feet. And here's the first... Have you ever met a person who hasn't ever heard the story of Titanic? Unlikely. Even if you ask a 10-year-old, they'll tell you exactly what took down the gigantic ship. However, some survivors of the sinking legend would beg to differ. Here's one of their stories, and surprise, it has nothing to do with an iceberg. Armenian publicist Vodkanak Bayarate was 25 years old in the spring of 1912. He described what happened on his journey to America on the most famous ship in the world in his memoirs. Quick history quiz. Do you remember when the Titanic left the Southampton dock? Did I hear April 10th, 1912? Yeah, that's right. Now, back to the story. In 1912, Vodkanak published some books together with his father, a famous Armenian writer. His task was to take the books to America. He had some health problems, so he was denied at the consulate at first, but he got the papers he needed to enter the U.S. after his father pulled some strings for him. Vodkanak caught the legendary Orient Express from Istanbul to Le Havre, and from there, he made it to Southampton. He learned that the nearest ship departing for the New World was the Titanic, which everyone was talking about. He was pretty excited about the journey and arrived at the port neatly shaven and smartly dressed, with a trendy cap and massive glasses that were popular in the U.S. at that time. The writer met three men with whom he shared cabin 804. They were two Englishmen and a French guy from Alsace named Morin. Because Morin and Vodkanak were around the same age, and Vodkanak could speak excellent French, they quickly became friends. They would hang out on the deck, at the onboard saloon, the bar, and the library. None of them could possibly imagine what would become of the unsinkable ship just days later. They went to bed rather late on April 14th, just like on the other nights. Shortly after midnight, something that sounded like a big explosion woke everyone up. The night lights went out, and the Englishmen were jolted from their bunks by a strong push. One of them injured his head, and another one his arm. The two new friends helped them up, took a few belongings with them, and left the cabin, not knowing that they would never step back in it. Vodkanak only took his passport and all the cash he had, about $54. It was clear that something was wrong, yet it was quiet in the corridor. The young men tried to find out what was going on. None of the crew members wanted to say anything, but a few minutes later, it was impossible to deny that the Titanic was going underwater. Vodkanak noticed the sailors were getting the lifeboats out and commanded they were only for women and kids. Some men tried to sneak in anyway, but gunshots were fired off to prevent them from doing so. Vodkanak and Morin looked at each other, understanding they had two choices: stay on the sinking ship and say goodbye to their futures, or at least try to save themselves by jumping in the water. Both wanted to live, and both knew they could swim well, so the choice was obvious. Morin managed to get them two life vests. Vodkanak put his passport and money in a little bag and tied it around his neck. The Titanic's bow was already underwater by that time. It must have taken them real courage. Imagine you're in the middle of the high seas on a sinking ship, and you know no one will save you right away. A lot of people in this situation wouldn't have dared to take it to the open water. So Vodkanak and Morin jumped and got instantly separated by a sudden wave. It only made things worse, because braving this catastrophe with a friend was one thing, but doing it alone was way scarier. The water in the North Atlantic that night was just below freezing, at a scary 28 degrees Fahrenheit. The young rider felt his arms and legs go numb, and he was understandably getting weaker and weaker every second. He lost the life vest, and now his only hope for survival was a lifeboat. He was about to faint, and it wasn't getting any warmer in the water. Just then, he bumped into something. It was a lifeboat. But if you're hoping for a happy end at this point, I'll have to disappoint you. The boat was so overcrowded, they pushed the young man with a paddle when he tried to stick to the boat. He begged for help, but they refused to show mercy. Their logic was simple. One extra man in that boat could have made it sink, and no one in it would have had a chance for survival. He had to let go of the boat, and what happened after is a miracle. Vodkanak woke up alive on board another ship. That ship was the Carpathia, and it was en route to New York with lucky survivors on board. The writer had a terrible headache, and he saw double. But what mattered most is that he escaped from the freezing ocean. How did he do it? He couldn't remember anything. The next evening, the ship made it to New York. Without his passport and money, which he must have lost at some point during the rescue, Vodkanak was taken to the hospital. 12 days later, a woman came into the room, and all she could say through tears was, "Oh, my dear boy." She turned out to be the person who saved Vodkanak. Mrs. Astor was in her 50s, and she told the young man the lifeboat he tried to get into didn't actually leave without him. Mrs. Astor told the sailors that the young man was her son, and she wouldn't let them go without him, since she'd already lost her husband on the Titanic. It turned out she kept Vodkanak's passport and money, and invited him to visit her when he felt better. After he recovered, the writer was reunited with his family in Boston. He even received all the books he planned to sell in America, since they were traveling on a different ship. He lived a long and happy life, and as a great storyteller, he shared what happened to him many times. Interestingly, he's never mentioned an iceberg hitting the Titanic, and always spoke about an explosion. If what he said was true, something must have caused that huge explosion. It could have been a fire, and quite a lot of people actually believe that theory, saying that coal was burning in the ship's hull. That fire would have started long before the ship's departure, and there was simply no way to put it out. Titanic must have left with the fire still ongoing, and the flames weakening the hull so much it couldn't survive its meeting with the iceberg. Supporters of this theory Now, you've probably seen Hollywood movies where a hole in the side of a plane causes utter chaos.
24,000.
Trays and bags flying, seatbelts unable to keep passengers in place. Luckily, in reality, small damage to the fuselage won't have such dramatic consequences, but a big opening in a plane's side will. So, would you believe me if I told you a pilot managed to land a plane with much of its roof torn completely off? Buckle up. At 1:25 p.m. on April 28, 1988, a 19-year-old Boeing 737 that belonged to Aloha Airlines left Hilo International Airport and headed for Honolulu. The plane was named after Queen Liliuokalani, who was the last sovereign monarch of the Kingdom of Hawaii. On that day, the aircraft already had 3 short flights from Honolulu to Hilo, Maui, and Kauai. All of the trips were regular and uneventful. The weather was calm, and it seemed like nothing could go wrong. The captain was experienced pilot Robert Korsheim, 34 years old, who had 6,700 flight hours in the Boeing 737. As for the first officer, it was Madeline Tompkins, 36 years old, who had flown more than 3,500 miles.
Have you ever heard the sad story of Pluto, the poor little dwarf planet that was? For decades, it was considered the farthest, smallest, and coldest planet in the solar system. If you've ever given yourself a paper cut, you know it hurts about as bad as any other cut scraper knife. But why? Why do tiny little paper cuts hurt so much? Let's find out on today's episode of The Question. Does it matter if you're small fry or the big guy? Just about everybody agrees that paper cuts really hurt. And there's 3 main reasons for that. The first reason is because you usually get them right on your fingertip. That's right, a paper cut on your knee or elbow wouldn't hurt quite as much. And why is that? Because your fingertips are super sensitive. They're the #1 way your brain processes your sense of touch. That means there's tons and tons of nerves in your fingertips called nociceptors. Your fingertip is also a problem because you still need to use it all the time. That means your fresh new cut will bend and move as you use your finger, which adds to the pain and makes it take longer to heal. Now, the placement of a paper cut is part of the story, but it's not the whole answer. The paper itself is also part of the problem. Unlike a knife, the edge of a piece of paper is dull and bendy. It's kind of like cutting meat with a dull knife. Instead of cutting cleanly, it rolls and tears at the meat. So when you get a paper cut, your finger is like a mini slab of meat being cut with a dull, papery knife. And it does lots of tiny damage that you can't quite see, but you can definitely feel. The final reason it hurts so much is because paper cuts are usually shallow and don't bleed. Without blood, the nerves stay exposed to the air and other irritants, which make the pain much stronger and lasting. Dutch often insist they but Belgium seems to have a slightly better claim as the creator of the modern fry.
You alright, man?
In the 1830s, fried potatoes were a popular dish in both
Yeah.
Belgium and France.
Sorry?
And the first English reference to fries doesn't come until
I want my next baseball game right now.
No, it's in Wednesday.
But according to Belgium,
It's 5 o'clock.
a little more to the story.
How does the team we do have another game?
Huh?
How did the team?
Oh, because it didn't rain that day. When y'all had a game, it rained out. It was raining that day. The first day it rained. First game it rained.
So we missed that game?
No, we didn't miss it. It rained, so we got to do it over
So
again.
popular. French fries really took off after soldiers stationed in Belgium first got a taste of them during World War I. The soldiers loved the fried food.
It's a rain out game, so we got to do it over again.
In your arm or leg, you'll probably wonder.
Fight!
Ooh, something here, you guys. I just grabbed something nice. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh no, it's slipping already. I can feel it. Ooh. Look at all the stuff on here. Ooh. I can't get enough of this spot. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm pulling something. Hold on, you guys. First of all, look what's all on this magnet. But look at, I grabbed the cord or something, and it's coming up.
What is going on today, guys? Today, as you can tell, I am about to put the boat in the river, and we are going to be doing some more magnet fishing. Now, if you look right over here behind me, there's a business, and this thing's right
Can you
on
go
the
on
water.
the,
Now, I know it's kind of hard to tell from here,
video,
but these are
please?
all individual bays.
Go on my video,
See at a car
please.
shop where they pull cars in.
I'm doing
Except
it right
these
now.
bays here are for boats. So it looks like a pretty juicy spot, you guys. We're going to check it out. We're going to dip our magnet around, and we're going to see if we can find anything. Now, if we don't find a whole lot there, we're going to just head upriver, and we're going to keep searching. So let's not waste any time. Let's get this boat in the river, and let's see if we can find anything. If you guys would like to pick up some merch, or you want to pick up a magnet, the links will be down in the description, guys. Away we go. Ooh, is that starting to snow? Flakes, buddy. All I know is it better might be in trouble. And it was sprinkling on the way over.